Good morning, class.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you guys today?
Good.
A little tired, maybe, Maria? Yeah. All right. So today, since it's our second class together, I wanted to start out with an icebreaker. And so I want us to go around and say one thing that we wish we didn't do this past week. I'll start. So I wish I didn't watch so much Netflix.
But I love Netflix. I wish I would have gotten more sleep.
Yes, always important to get sleep. Maria?
I wish I had milk in my fridge.
Okay, yes. That might be good with coffee to have some milk in your fridge. All right, so this is going to tie in with our objective today, and we're going to be talking about the past and some regret. So, what is regret?
I think regret is something you wish you should have, or wish you should have done.
Okay, good.
I think regret is something that you wish you should not have done.
Very good. You guys are both right. So regret is being disappointed or maybe sad about something you did or didn't do in the past. So first, let's look at our picture in our student book. And what do we see in our picture?
A man at a soccer game.
A man at a soccer game, okay. What do you see, Amanda?
I see a man at a soccer game wearing a helmet or a hat that looks like a soccer ball.
Okay, so how much do you think he loves his team?
Very much.
I think very much. He looks very emotional.
And do you think he wants his team to win?
I think
no. He wants them to win.
I think he wants his team to win.
Yes, right? So, do you guys think his team is winning or losing, though?
Winning.
Why do you think they're winning?
I think they're winning because he looks very emotionally invested in the game.
Okay.
I think they are losing because his eyes look sad.
Okay, yes. So, we don't really know, right? Because we're not there. But you guys both made really good observations about what might be happening with his team. And so these were called speculations. And we will tie that into our lesson a little bit later. But first, let's get back to regret. So there's a few ways that we can talk about the past. And so one of the first ways is an idiom. And remember, an idiom is a phrase that might not always mean what it says. And so the first one is, what's done is done. And what do you guys think that means? Our example is, I would like to go back to college and change my major, but what's done is done. What do you guys think that means?
I think it means when something is finished, you cannot go back to the start.
Very good. So when you can't change the past, right? You are living now, so you can't go back and change the past. Can you guys think of something that maybe you might have wanted to go back and change in the past, but now you can't?
I wish I could go back in the past and not pull all-nighters in college.
Okay, but what's done is done, right?
I see.
All right, let's look at the next one. Look back on. So a lot of times people like to look back on their life, and it might be some regret there. But it doesn't always have to be bad. So let's look back on our lives and think about some good things. So what's something you can look back on and you think is a good thing? Yes, Maria?
You can look back on childhood memories like camping trips and family vacations.
Okay, yes, very good. How about you, Amanda?
I can look back at my time traveling and be happy about it.
Okay, yes. And let's look at the next one, having no regrets. So this is having no regrets about something that you did in the past, having like a good outcome. How about you? Do you guys have anything that you can think that you have no regrets about? Yes, Maria?
I have no regrets about living in Korea.
Okay, very good.
I have no regrets about drinking coffee every day.
I have no regrets about the same thing. All right, so I want us to stop and think for a moment. We've talked a little bit about regret and maybe some bad things that have come up or maybe some good things. So what do you guys think? Is thinking about the past a good thing or bad thing?
I think thinking about the past is a good thing because we learn from the past.
Okay, we can learn from our mistakes. Very good, Amanda. What do you think, Maria?
I think looking at the past can be good or bad depending on the memories and the things you look back on.
Very good. So sometimes if we live in the past and we think about all the bad things, that can be very bad, but it can be good when we think about our mistakes and learn from them. Very good. I like your guys' opinions. So our next topic is we're going to start talking about speculation. So what is speculation?
You told us earlier that our guesses were speculation.
Very good. Thank you for listening, Amanda. So yeah, speculation is making a guess based on some of the information that you already know, right? So today we're going to be talking about speculation. So what kind of jobs do you think involve making guesses or speculations?
Detective.
Yes, Maria, teacher. What do you think?
Detective.
Okay, and what does a detective have to do?
They have to solve crimes and speculate about who committed the crime.
Yes, so they have to make some guesses in order to figure out who did the crime. So when we make speculations, we can be sure about our guess. So we can say, I think this is what happened. Or we can know what happened. We're like, no, 100%, I am certain that this happened. So we can be less certain or more certain. When we're less certain, you can say, I think this is what happened. But when we are more certain, it's like we know this is what happened. So today we're going to find out who stole the cookie from the cookie jar. And we're going to be detectives to figure this out. So when we want to use less certain, we can say might plus the present perfect. So let's look at our example. Jack might have eaten the cookie. Or we can be more certain and use must plus the present perfect, which is Jack must have eaten the cookies. So let's think. We are in the kitchen. Our mom comes in and she opens the cupboard and she sees somebody stole the cookies from the cookie jar. She turns to you and she asks, who stole the cookies? So let's think. Do you guys have any siblings?
I have 2 sisters.
You have 2 sisters. How about you, Maria?
I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers.
So many possibilities of who stole these cookies. Okay, so there are your siblings, and somebody must have stolen the cookies. So who do you guys think might have stolen the cookies? For me and my siblings, I think Cameron might have stolen the cookies.
I think my sister Lindsay might have stolen the cookies.
Okay, how about you, Maria?
No, not me, sorry. Natalie could have stolen the cookies.
Okay, now who do you guys think, who are you more certain about? Who do you think must have? So when we are more certain, we can use must plus the present perfect. So I think David must have stolen the cookies.
I know Sarah must have stolen the cookies.
Michael must have stolen the cookies.
Okay, so these are our 2 speculations. Our mom is going to go ask our 2 siblings and see who found or who stole the cookies. Very good. Let's turn the page to our next activity. So we're going to be making some more speculations based on some of the information given to us. So we're going to read about a scenario about 2 people, and we're going to make a guess based on some of the information. So let's look at our example. Again, we can use must plus the present perfect or might, depending on how certain or less certain we are. So let's look at number 3. We have Jack, and Jack is on a date. So let's read the first question. What kind of restaurant did he meet his date at?
He might have meeting his date at an Italian restaurant.
Okay, why do you think it is an Italian restaurant?
I think it might be an Italian restaurant because of the food.
Okay, and let's look at the next one. What food did they order? What kind of speculation can we make?
I think they must have ordered spaghetti and meatballs because of what is on their plate.
Oh, okay, very good guess. Why was he late, and why?
He might have been late because his date is not in the picture.
Oh, that's a very good speculation. Next one is she got angry with him after he said he had a meeting. Where was he?
He must have not been in the meeting because she got angry with him, so he might have lied.
Oh, okay. This is getting really interesting. All right, let's look at the next one. Jack gave her flowers and she started crying. Why?
She might have been surprised by the flowers.
She might have been pregnant.
Oh.
Because she was very emotional.
Okay, maybe this is the first time he gave her flowers, so she might have been surprised. Very good guesses, both of you. Okay, next one is he told her she looked interesting in her outfit.
Ooh.
How did she react?
She must have reacted very angrily.
Yes, I think I would have the same reaction. How about you, Maria? What do you think?
She must have left the date early.
Oh,
because that is a very rude thing to say to someone.
Right. Okay. And she said she was going to the restroom and didn't return. Where did she go?
She must have climbed out the window.
She must have went and got some wine and watched Netflix at home.
I think she must have been angry and left.
Yeah.
Okay, so that includes our lesson for today. Thank you guys so much for coming to class, and I will see you guys next week.
Thank you, Sarah, teacher.
Thank you.